Okay, so this is video two. So this is the process where you're going to edit. I'm going to take the green. Everything that I want in there. I'm going to take the green. Now his whole body is showing, so there's not a whole lot that I need to do with the green. Now I'm going to take the red, and I'm going to get rid of that background, even though it's out of focus. I'm going to do the best that I can to get rid of that background without touching the image of Joe Burrow there. I want to just try to do the best that I can. Click on it. You see, I just by just clicking on that, it enabled me to get rid of some things. And you can just click and just work your way down, like what I just did. Then I'm going to go to the left part of the helmet here, and just kind of click and click with the red to try to remove that. You know, to ensure that things are good. Now, when it says the red and green should never touch, that is true. That is true. So that being said, we are going to continue to work through this. Let me get to the side of his helmet, kind of work it out there. And as you see, it's slowly but surely, background is disappearing. Okay. So let's continue that process. If for some reason the red and the green do touch, then you can take the gray. Let's say I took the gray and added that back in. Okay. I can take the gray and that will eliminate the red and it would also eliminate the green. So I can go back in. So what I need to do is I need to go into the right side and get rid of that background. Okay. And so when I'm done, there's one other point as well. If I need to get into like really tighter spaces, I'm going to click on the arrow and I can change the size of my circle. I can make it a square. I would recommend just doing a solid circle or solid square. I wouldn't do any other shape, if you will. All right, so let's say I'm done. I got all the background done. I've got the red chosen and all this background's done. Let me add one more thing, see what that does. We'll see if that gets rid of some of that stuff in the background. Because again, the processing speed is rather slow. So, you're going to just have to be patient. I'm patient. It's all good. It's about learning the process of, using Photopea. Okay. So again, I'm going to wait. All right. So that being said, let's say I'm done. I'm going to click OK. Okay. And then I'm going to go File, Export As, make sure it is a JPG file. JPG. That's the extension that we want. Okay. That's the extension that we want when you're done. Now, I will say this. Make sure that you go in there and label it. So I like to label it my name, and we'll just say Jeremy 1, extend the quality to 100%, and click Save. Now, once you save it as a JPEG, you can't really edit that file very well. Let's say you're working on something and you're not quite done. You're going to go to File, Save as a PSD file. So every so often you need to save it as a PSD file. That way, if for some reason Photopea crashes on you, then you can pull that same file up, okay, inside of Photopea. All right. So now that's done, and I've got that saved. Okay. So now I'm going to take the Mr. McGuire picture, do the same thing. So I'm done with Joe Burrow. I'm going to take the Mr. McGuire picture, and I'm going to click Open. You come back into Recents, and find that picture. Just give it a second to think about the process. All right, so I'm going to put my picture in right there. All right, do the same thing. Click on the background, go File, go, I'm sorry, click on background, go Select, and then Magic Cut. Okay. Now, go to the same process. Do the exact same thing. Okay. Now, say you're done with both. So the first process, now the cool thing about this one is the background, it makes it will enable me to pull off the background fairly easy. So all I have to do is click on the red and then slowly but surely click on the background here, right here, and it should kind of get rid of quite a bit of that once it works. Okay. So say I'm done, get as much as you can get off. I'm going to click OK. I'd like to have my shoulders in there and like it cut off my head. Obviously, I don't want to save it like that, but just for the sake of this demonstration, you're going to remember if you save it as a PSD, I can continue to work on it. But in this case, let's say I'm done, export as a JPG file. And then I'm going Jeremy 2, high quality. Okay. Now, last but not least, got to turn these in. Okay. Got to turn these in. There's a specific way to turn them in. Okay. So we're going to go to our Canvas page. And I'll just use third period as an example for everyone to turn theirs in. So let's let it open up real quick. You are going to go to our assignments. Again, don't sweat about the processing speed. The reason it's taking so long for mine is because I'm recording my screen, and the Chromebook's processor is probably not that great for this process. Okay, so this is a summative, all right, that everybody needs to do. So you're going to select on Photo P2 Pictures with Magic Cut. All right. So you click on that, and you're going to add your 2 pictures. Okay, you're going to add both individual pictures for this summative. Okay. Again, if you need the video demonstration, it's right there. But in this case, let me go to Student View so I can show you the process. Now, again, this is 25 points. They must be JPG files. Okay, they can't be PSD files. They must be JPG files. Okay. What I'm going to tell you is if you need help, you're going to review this demonstration. That's why I'm doing it. This is going to enable everyone who's working on different paces to work equally with high quality. So now I'm going to hit Start Assignment, and this is going to be the process of where I'm going to submit them. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go choose File, and I'm going to go back to Recents, select my first file. So the file of Joe Burrow that I completed, and it's always best practice to go to Recents to check that because I just finished it. I just downloaded them. Okay. Again, they must be JPEG files, JPG files. If you try to turn in a PSD file or any other file, it's not going to allow you to. So I have limited what you're supposed to turn in for the purpose of ensuring that you do it correctly. Okay, so I'm going to click on Jeremy 1, and click Open. And there it is. Then I'm going to add another file. Choose another file, number 2. Go to Recents. Give it a moment. Jeremy number 2. And open. Now I've got both files there. Once you submit this assignment is when I will see both and I can grade them. Okay, so ensure that you have to have all of them. Okay, that concludes our Photopea number 2 demonstration.